to the Britanya Kebab Odulleri Awards 2014. Excellence in the kebab industry. My name is Britanya Kebab Odulleri. I'm the editor of TV magazine and I'm your host for this evening. And we're running a little bit late, so I'm not going to do too much talking. I'd like to invite our first guest, Mustafa Topkaya, who is the chair of the judging for this year's awards. For those of you who are if you want to tweet out this evening's awards, please use the hashtag British Kebab Awards. Okay. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests. Thank you for being with us here. It is a pleasure for me to be here this evening and welcoming you. Last night I was trying to make a speech, preparing a speech, and I ask my family, my son and my daughter, and to ask their ideas what to do and what to say. My son said, look, Dad, just be yourself. And my daughter said, oh, that would be very boring, Dad, don't do that. So I said, well, okay, I'm just going to put something down and just thank you for those who have contributed and for inspirations and for future hopes for British Kebab Awards. As a former restaurateur myself, I have been in kebab business myself. That was in the early 80s, and when people didn't know much about kebabs. As you know, in late 70s and early 80s, there were hardly any kebab restaurants. Very few. And you have to tell people, and a lot of people would walk around outside those shop and would come in and say, what part of the animal is this meat? You know, and we have to explain. And now we are far away from those days. And I am so proud that we have the kebab eateries have made a good presence and become a part of British way of life. And I am proud that a lot of people who have come to this country for political reasons or for any reasons they are here for, they have had to do something to make a living. And kebab has been one of the inspirational and one of the accommodation views. And I am so proud that they find a job and they are doing a good service. Kebab business, as you know, started from outside and now become a main business and main eateries in the UK. And we have gone around lately and seen many restaurants for this year. As you know, this is our second year. And I find a lot of restaurateurs who are very interested in what we do. And that gives me an inspiration and hope that we're going to be doing this many years to come. And what has happened is British public also become very sophisticated. They become more anxious of what they eat. And kebab is one of the healthiest foods, as you know. And now there is in London, we have so many varieties of restaurants, and mainly the kebab restaurants have learned from the British public as well. For instance, when you say kebab, people think just meat, lamb or chicken or doner kebab and so on. It is not. A lot of our restaurateurs, they have involved with doing a lot of vegetarian and doing a lot of seafood, which is improving and doing well. So tonight you will see these fantastic people who have contributed and those establishments who have been doing successfully. You will be hearing those people. And I hope you will enjoy your evening this evening with us, and we will have a nice evening and memories. And I thank Just Eat for being our main sponsors. And I was very surprised with these people. when they become our main sponsors, because we have only done this once before. And I know he's laughing now. They are good business people. They need the opportunity. And I'm sure they're going to be happy. And our kebab eateries have a good partner to join in with Just Eat and do well together. And of course, this has all begun with Nadim Zabahi giving us the support, or hero MP. Keith thought we are not going to mention him, and he's in line, and these two gentlemen, they gave us support, and they make us feel welcome, and that is why we have been here tonight. And I thank them for their support, and in a couple of months' time we're going to be doing a tour for King Transport Diversity Evening, and I hope you will support that as well. Well, have a nice evening, and thank you for being with us here. And I congratulate those eateries who have been winning this year, and those who haven't won, there is always next year. And if they do well, and I wish them success, and I hope to see them next year here as well. Thank you very much.
Who is the chair of the judges for this year's awards. He's one of the 3 co-founders of the British Kebab Awards, along with Ibrahim Dosh, who is going to address us next, and Sunur Ekingen. I want to congratulate them because for me personally, as a British-born Turk, and I'm sure many others who delight in kebab culture, to see this fantastic industry recognised. It's great to be in the plush environment of the Sheraton Park Lane, and to have the cream of the kebab industry with us tonight is fantastic. Somebody said, who's doing the kebab cooking tonight? Because you're all here. So hopefully there is somebody holding the shop. Ibrahim, I would like to invite you to take the stand. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending the second British Kebab Awards. A few years ago, kebabs were receiving terrible press. You may all remember the press coverage of the kebab industry a few years ago. People were questioning what they were made of and how hygienic restaurants run. Those of us involved in the industry know that by and large kebabs are delicious, nutritious, and offering great value for consumers. It was vital that we helped let the wider public know about this and how important kebabs are to both British economy and also the British culture. After several years of planning, aided by many good people, including those behind the British Curry Awards, we launched British Kebab Awards in 2012 and hold our first award ceremony in 2013. It was in the Parliament, hosted by Nadim Zahavi MP. Our aims were quite simple and still are very simple. We would like to promote the kebab industry to the trade and to the wider public. We would like to make sure that the kebab industry gains recognition for the contribution it makes to the British economy and culture, to raise the prestige of the sector, and in doing so to increase the motivation of those involved in the industry, helping businesses to grow and to drive up standards. I want to say thank you to our main sponsor, Just Eat, and to other sponsors, Quick Cut, Teas Limited, and many others who have made this event possible tonight. Thank you.
It all started in Portcullis House, around a coffee table, when they came to see me and said, we've got an idea. And they pitched the idea to me, and I thought, what a fantastic thing to do, to have the British Kebab Awards. There's nothing more British than a good kebab at the end of the night. And we are here now in this extraordinary ballroom at the Sheraton The work you've done to make this happen is remarkable. I am proud to be associated with it. My party and my Prime Minister is proud to be associated with it. He sends you his best wishes for tonight's awards and for all those winners. You are all to be congratulated for the success of these awards, but also for the success of the British economy. You think about all those statistics that you read about in the papers about all the private sector jobs that have been created, 1.6 million since 2010. Many of them would have come from businessmen and women in this room who get up every morning, very early in the morning, and work till very late at night to make sure their business is successful. So thank you very much indeed. And as Christopher said, if you don't win tonight, there's always next year. Keep putting in. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nadine's right for Harvey. Apologies. Okay, as you've heard, the British kebab industry is very important to the economy. You have on your tables the programme. Please take the opportunity to have a look. Just as a quick reminder of the vital role it does play in the British economy. On average, each year, it contributes £2.2 billion to the British economy. It employs 70,000 people. It's generated all by 17,000 companies. They work very hard. We're very pleased to have the recognition tonight. I'd like to invite Keith Baz and
Good evening, everybody. I'm absolutely delighted to be here this evening at the British Kebab Awards. And I want to congratulate Mustafa and Ibrahim on the fantastic work that they have done. I have to say, there are more members of Parliament here than there are in the House of Commons tonight. So I hope very much that there isn't going to be a vote, otherwise the government may lose. Because I've noticed there are more Conservative MPs here. But even at my table, we have Robert Halfon and, of course, Nadeem Zahawi and Ansar and so many others at all the other tables. When I first went to the first awards in Portcullis House, which was presided over by the great Nadeem Zahawi, and I want to congratulate him on all the work that he's done. He has personally ensured that all the kebabs, he's had a nibble of every kebab. But his support, as someone who was not quite born in Turkey, having been born in Baghdad, the only British MP born in Baghdad, I think was extremely important for the success of this venture. Last year, I think we had a couple of hundred people. This year, we've got 500 people. Next year, I think we're going to have this award ceremony in Istanbul. Sponsored by Lionel Messi and Turkish Airlines. Everybody's can't afford to buy these tickets. Anyway, can I end by saying this to all of you? For those of us who came here as the first generation of immigrants, and I came to this country from Yemen when I was 9 years of age. My parents came from India, as you can probably see. We never anticipated that there would be a day like today when the Turkish community has been able to gather to celebrate the best of the Turkish community. And I feel so proud as Nadeem just was when he spoke, of people like Ibrahim and Mustafa, and each and every one of you at every table for what you've done for our country. Thank you very much. Finally, I keep saying to who's the sponsor, and he kept saying what I thought was Justin. And I said, who is Justin? And it turns out to be Just Eat. I feel that I have died and gone to heaven, even though I'm diabetic. On the right-hand side is the man who has control of 20,000 takeaways in London. And on my left-hand side, the dual kings of the kebab industry in Britain. So I am going to be well fed for the rest of my life. But thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Hello, my name is David Burrows, Member of Parliament for Enfield Southgate, and it's great to be here at the second anniversary awards for the Best British Kebab. And I'm very pleased to be here because my local kebab was a winner last time, and I've now got 3 local kebab shops which are vying to be winners this time, and so it's fantastic. And I want to support Scood, Moz, Charcoal Grill, and they're full of people who have provided great customer satisfaction, provided great takeaway, they're great chefs, and I mean, I love my kebab. I go to Southgate, and one of the things I look for is my particular Charcoal Grill, and see there not only is it great food, but also it's the service, and that's something which really sums up a lot of these people here who provide a great service, great kebabs and great business, and it's great to support it.
I think the event is wonderful. There's so many people here that I'm getting to talk to and find out where they're coming from, what they're doing, what restaurants they are, and I said this gentleman here is really interesting. Yeah? I think it's absolutely brilliant.
Kebap ödülleri bildiğiniz gibi İngiltere'de bu kebap restoranları ve takeaway'leri büyük bir çaba gösteriyor. Çok zor şartlarda çalışıyorlar, güzel bir servis sunuyorlar, güzel yemekler sunuyorlar. Bunların toplum tarafında anlaşılması ve de değere kayıt olması için biz bir çaba gösteriyoruz. Onları motive etmek istiyoruz. Kebapçılık güzel bir iş. Böylece kebapçı olmakla gurur duymalarını istiyoruz. Böyle bir çalışma içindeyiz ve bunu gittikçe geliştireceğiz. Kebap restoranlarının etkinliğini, ağırlığını İngiliz toplumu içinde onların gerektiği ve hak ettiği yere geldiklerini yapmaya çalışıyoruz, göstermeye çalışıyoruz. Bütün çalışmalarımız buna doğru ve bununla ilgili.
İngiltere'de yıllardır o kadar çok Türkiye'li kebap endüstrisinde çalışıyor ki ve aynı zamanda çok başarılı işler yapıp iş yeri açıp iş imkanları sağladılar. Ve bu endüstrinin işverenlerinin ve çalışanlarının böyle bir yerde, Sheraton Otel'de böyle bir ödül töreninde varlıklarının söz konu olması ve değerlendirilmesi ve ödüllendirilmesi bir Türkiye'li olarak bana gurur veriyor.
Bu gece çok güzel bir organizasyon. İbrahim Bey ile Mustafa Bey'i kutluyorum. Ben Edmonton Mid Center olarak da gayet güzel ve olumlu adımlar atıldı. İnşallah ileriye doğru daha güzel, daha büyük kebabımızı tanıtmış olalım.
Ben Veysel Yavuz, Gökyüzü Restoran ve Gökyüzü Kervan Restoran'dan. British Kebab Awards çok güzel bir şey olduğunu düşünüyorum. Bir eksiklik vardı ve bence bu Awards iş yerlerine ödüllenmesi çok güzel bir şey.
Organizasyonun bu ikincisi geçtiğimiz yılkinden çok daha kesinlikle görkemli. Katılım çok daha üst boyutta olmuş. Açıkçası beni sevindirdi. Ben bu sektöre supply yapan, bu sektöre ürün pazarlayan birisi olarak söylüyorum. Sektörün büyümesinden ayrıca çok keyif alıyorum. 2 yönü var. Birincisi çok başarılı olanları ödüllendiriyor. Diğerlerini de teşvik ediyor. Yani bu iki boyutu üste kattığınız zaman ben bu organizasyonun hakikaten bu şeyin ödüllerin doğru yayınlandığını sağlamada çok doğru bir şey olduğunu düşünüyorum. İnşallah önümüzdeki yıl çok daha iyi olur.
İyi akşamlar. İsmim Ömer Kanlı, mali müşavirim. Bu akşam burada British Kebab Awards ikincisini kutluyoruz. British Kebab Awards ne diyelim? İngiltere'de, Britanya'da kebap
Eskiden sarhoşların yediği bir yemek olarak biliniyordu. Sağ olsun yeni restoranlar, yeni arkadaşlar bunu daha da iyi yapmış. Şu anda Türk mutfağı dediğiniz zaman herkes tas diyor, likya diyor, dürüm diyor. Eskiden herkes düşünüyordu soğuk ya ve yenilmeyecek bir şey düşünüyordu. Şimdi sağ olsunlar. Bu durumda bu yemeği, kebabı Britanya'da hemen hemen ikinci sıraya getirmiş durumdayız. 2.8 milyar dolarında bir endüstri. Hemen hemen 20 bin, 30 bin kişi çalışıyor. Ekonomiye büyük bir katkısı oluyor. Bu akşamda bu arkadaşların ödüllenmesi bence çok iyi bir şey. Yapanlara başarılar diliyorum. İnşallah önümüzdeki yıllarda daha iyisi de olur. Teşekkürler, iyi akşamlar.
Well, I sponsored the first Kebab Awards last year in Parliament. It started with Ibrahim Douglas and the founders coming to see me in Parliament with an idea to say, you know, this industry contributes something like £2.2 billion to the British economy, and having people like these great people here wake up very early in the morning, go to bed very late at night to make sure that their business delivers quality and delivers profits and employs people in the British economy. It's incredibly important that we recognise that as a British Parliament and a government. So I said I would sponsor the awards. We started with 200, 250 people.
That's right.
In a small room.
That's right.
Tonight we have 500 people.
That's right.
In a ballroom.
Excellent.
In the Sheraton Park Lane. Next year we'll have 1,000 people. And hopefully we'll grow and grow. It's very important that we recognise the hard work of the people in the industry, because they contribute day in, day out to make sure that the recovery is one that is sustainable. We've created in the British economy 1.6 million jobs since 2010. Many of them would have been created by small businesses. They are the engine of the British economy, and we must never forget that as politicians, which is why I'm here supporting the British Kebab Odulleri, supporting businesses like your business.